Niamh, we were just talking about last night. Did you enjoy it, the send-off party?
Yeah, it was an unbelievable night. From everything earlier in the day, lovely dinner with all the squad, the Sky, and then a great evening with yourselves there, the Mansion House, and Gavin James to finish it off. So like personal gig with friends and family. So it couldn't have gone any better.
Yeah, is it really sinking in now that you're going to a World Cup?
Yeah, I think so. It's been, like a lot of the girls said, it was a tense 2 weeks there up until the squad was finally confirmed. But yeah, now you know you're on the plane. We're getting ready to go, and it's all very much a reality at the moment.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to bring you back to 2007. You made your debut. Yeah, like over 100 caps at this point. Like, it's an incredible journey that you've been on. Not many people will ever go on the journey that you've been on. I'm sure there's been a lot of ups and downs along the way. It's not been straightforward. We finally going to the pinnacle, the World Cup. It's just incredible.
Unbelievable. Like, there's a few veterans, as like to allude to yourself, Anya, Diane, Louise. Exactly, experience. We'll have to come up with a few. I'll have to get the thesaurus out to come up with a few words. But no, we've been on a massive journey to try and get to this point. Didn't know if it was ever going to come for me personally, but yeah, I'm so happy that it's actually happening and that I'm here. It feels a bit surreal, but yeah, I'll have to get my head screwed back on fairly soon because I have a job to do as well.
And what about your family and friends? What was it like to tell them that you're on the plane?
I'd say they were more nervous than me. My mum said she was, she couldn't relax, and I got a picture of the dog, and he kind of had his head down, buried under a pillow, so probably picking up the tension in the house, and gave them the text, and oh thank God, and all this kind of stuff. So they were relieved for me, and they can relax now as well. So obviously they feel the pressure as well. They're part of the journey and know what I go through, and I'm not the easiest to be around at times, especially when I was injured. So yeah, they've helped me a lot, and I'm happy that they can now enjoy the moment as well.
Yeah, have you had a moment to really think about where you've came from to now and the setbacks that you've had? Has it sunk in to have that moment yet, or is that something that might come after the World Cup? Yeah,
maybe. Like, I had a bit of a moment yesterday, and I was thinking through the whole journey from my debut, and I was just looking back at a few photos, 2007 starting off, and just thinking, yeah, brilliant, Niamh, like, well done.
Good one. Nice to do that.
Yeah, I did that, and I had a moment where I gave myself a little pat on the back and said, yeah, you're well done for all the hard work and perseverance, because it's all been worthwhile now.
Absolutely, and like we're hearing some of the girls didn't make the team and they have this setback, but I suppose, as you said, you've had setbacks. It's how you look at it and how you respond to it.
100%. Yeah, you just have to keep going. I think myself, I just wanted to keep going as long as I could, and hopefully that the moment would come, and I was lucky enough it did. But you're right, 16 years trying to get to this point of actually getting to a major finals, and a lot of the girls who haven't made it this time are only young. Like, that's the beauty of it. They have their whole Irish careers ahead of them, and I'm sure, like the likes of Leanne, they'll be in major tournaments representing Ireland, and for sure that's going to come, and I can't wait to be supporting them when their time comes as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking ahead now to the first game, less than 3 weeks, Australia, the 20th of July.
3 weeks, okay.
Did you not know that?
I didn't know. 3 weeks, okay, that's short.
Yeah, 3 weeks away. Are you thinking about it? I know you have France coming up now. You have that other game to prepare for, to get you set and ready. But are you thinking through what it might be like walking out in the stadium in Sydney, 80,000 people, all the Irish?
I know, madness. Had a moment yesterday, we were talking about it. Andy, our analyst, was on about his friends couldn't get tickets. I was like, for the 82,000? And he was like, yeah, for the 82,000. I was like, oh wow, sold out as well. So that kind of brought it back home. And so yeah, 3 weeks, like you said, that's no time, and we really need to. This is a good week now. Obviously, you can celebrate, but it'll be heads on very fast for France, because that's a really tough game. But that will, lead us in nicely for getting ready to go out there and have to do a job and perform against the best nations in the world.
I know last time I was asking you about Galway and GA and the path that you've had. Obviously, your brother, well known as well within the GA circles. You play for Galway. You've had that path as well. It's nice to have been able to do both as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm very proud of my GA background. I was successful as well with GA when I was younger. So my brothers were my role models growing up, Gary and Richie. So obviously still a big GA head as well there. So no, it's great that I know a lot of people in the GA community are very proud of me as well, and back home in Clannon. So I'm just thankful really that I've I have the support from both sides, and yeah, it's brilliant, really.
Yeah, and Galway, they'll be back next year again. The men's side.
We'll be back next year. The women are still going, so there's hope there. And then obviously the hurlers, the lads have Limerick. So I was chatting with Claire O'Riordan, and we have a bit of a joke going on. So we'll probably have a small bet to see who'll come out on top of that one. She fancies herself, but I have a sneaky feeling Galway will take Limerick, so fingers crossed.
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much, Niamh. The best of luck now, and congratulations.
Thanks a million. Yeah, cheers. Thanks a million. Cheers. Thanks.
Is it sinking in? You're going to a World Cup?
We're still in the process. But yeah, we're heading off to a World Cup. We're going to Australia.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like, even last night, I think that's when players started to really realise what was happening. Everybody was out to see you. Your friends and family were there as well. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, it was so enjoyable. Everyone had an absolute brilliant time. We can't thank the sponsors enough. And yourself, you did a great job as well.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I think it's exactly what the team needed to be able to be in that type of environment, to be able to come together and to celebrate with the people that are closest to us.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just speaking to Niamh there, and she said she took a moment, I think it was yesterday, and she gave herself a tap on the back and said, you know, wow, well done for all the hard work. You're going to a World Cup. Are you proud of yourself?
I'm very proud of myself. My sister is also, she's the one tapping me on the back, and she's saying, Claire, be proud of yourself, you know. I think I'm probably my biggest critique, so I've been reluctant to doing that, but I know that this moment is a time of our lives that we're never going to forget. And, you know, it's something that we always see on the television for other nations and other players to be able to go and do in major tournaments, and to think World Cup now. It is. It's amazing.
And it hasn't been straightforward. Like, you've had your setbacks, you've had your injuries that you'd had to overcome not that long ago to come back from, to be on the squad. Like, I remember speaking to you, it was after the Slovakia game, and, you know, even to be on the pitch at that point was a big deal.
Absolutely, and that's the type of journeys as footballers and as people that we go through. You know, everyone has their own individual journey, and what we experience and what we overcome and get through to come to this point, it really is, you know, massive credit to each and every single player, and obviously our coaches as well, because, you know, they're playing a massive part in this as well. But I suppose for me personally, thinking back to that injury at the start of the campaign, when, you know, I really thought that I was coming into my own as a footballer. I'd played 2 games previously against Iceland and Belgium, and, you know, those were games that, you know, I felt I did myself justice, and, you know, that I was strong within it, and those experiences again helped me coming back in for the Slovakian game, and even on Thursday night against Zambia. So yeah, it's something to be thoroughly proud of, but we have to keep going. Have to keep going. There's plenty of work to be done yet.
Definitely. Well, talk to me about your goal in the Zambia game. Yeah, you like those goals. You like those headers.
Yeah. Well, I think my aunt said to me over the weekend, that ball keeps hitting your head. Like, you have to be careful. I was like, but it's the only way I score. So I was like, I'm sorry, but I'll take one for the team, no problem. Yeah, I love it. Like, get them into the back of the net as much as I can. But, like, again, credit to, obviously, Chloe won the free kick, and Megan put the ball into a brilliant spot, and I sent her a message, and I said thanks so much, and she was like, I said thanks so much, like, what a ball or something. She was like, you made it the ball that it was by getting on the end of it. So as you can see, it's always a team effort, and again, going back to our coaches, they set us up with these set pieces. So I'm just so happy that I was finally able to get my first goal for my country, and at home in front of my family and friends and our amazing fans. It really is such a special time. I can remember myself and Amber we chat quite a bit.
Yeah.
And, you know, she'd always give me a message if I score a goal, and vice versa. And I said to her, you know, in some games, you know, you don't score, you miss it, it gets saved. And I was like, for me, I just take it, and I'm like, okay, this game I wasn't supposed to score in. Like, it'll be saved for when the time is right. And time was right on Thursday night.
And
what a time.
And what a time. And Amber scored alongside you, so did you just both send messages to each other, or did you need to?
Sure, we were on the pitch, so we didn't have to.
No.
We had a celebratory moment together there and then, but yeah, it was amazing. It was brilliant.
Oh, it definitely was. And you're doing it for Celtic as well. Like, you're getting these goals for Celtic, so it's coming from there probably into your international setup as well. What's it like playing for Celtic?
I was just telling another reporter to have the experience of the last season being at Celtic and just to be part of the club and have that feeling of what it's like to be an Irish player over there. It's so amazing to see the tricolour, like flying the flag in the crowds, and there's one supporter every single game she's at, and no matter you win, lose or draw, she's always so proud of the whole team, but she's always chanting at me coming out of the changing rooms, shouting "You've green, white and gold in your veins, running through your veins," and I'm like, you said it, Kurt. You said it, and I absolutely love it. They love it, and it's been such a special year for me being over there and just to experience everything and how the game is developing over there as well.
It must really be a home away from home. Like, to see the tricolour flying high across Celtic Park, we played there recently, and you're in Scotland. Yeah. So for people that may not know about Celtic, like, it's a massive Irish community and contingency over there.
Absolutely. I think every second person is from Donegal, from what I'm being told. So yeah, the connection is amazing, and with the Scottish as well, they're great people, and they've quite similar banter to us as well. So I think that has been really nice to have after being in Germany for 4 years. So a home away from home, and if you think about it, to have such an Irish connection in a country that's not Ireland it's for me amazing, and I had to see it for myself, so I had to go there. When the opportunity came about, I had to go.
And to see the crowds that were out for the cup final, I know it's not always the case, but all of the Green Brigade, the whole lot of the fans were out to support you, which was great to see, and hopefully that continues. What was that like, I suppose, after the game? I know you all ran up to them, and there was brilliant videos going around social media. Yeah,
so it was the first game that we had in Celtic Park when we played Glasgow.
That was right, yeah.
The Green Brigade and the boys were there, and all of our fans were there, of the club and everything. And I just can remember, obviously we let ourselves down the first half. I had a good talking to, and we went out for the second half. And honestly, that game in itself, like there's moments that you'll never forget, and that game is one of them, because I had never felt so many emotions, and like I think every single picture was just me with my mouth open shouting. And that's the passion that we had in that game, because it was such a big game, but to be able to do it with the fans, and I know they never stopped singing, and the atmosphere that was created, I was told like that it was as good, if not better, than some of the men's games. So for me, that says it all.
And for you now with Ireland, what does it mean to be on this plane? Like, we talked last night, and you said that maybe some people didn't think you might be on this plane, and you're on this plane on Vera Claire for your performances, for your hard work, dedication, everything that goes with it. What does it mean to you now to be able to say you're home?
It means that I'm going to have to keep doing more of that. Honestly, to be considered part of the 23 is such a privilege and honour, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so proud of it, of each and every single player here, and for the players that aren't here, and the players that who have been behind us as well. So for us, all we can do is just keep going. We can keep going. We have to continue working hard. We have to keep training. There's still work to be done yet, so and the games are going to be tough, so we have to be ready for them. But each and every single player here is here because they're worthy of it. And I said we just watch people on the TV doing this, going to the World Cup, and we're going to the World Cup now. Like, the Republic of Ireland women's team are going to the World Cup, and each and every single player here is going to the World Cup. with our fantastic staff, with all the media that are going to do such an amazing job to be able to show everyone at home there what's happening. But for the Irish people in Australia, we're coming down. We're coming down.